One day, in a crowded market filled with noise and dust, a woman who sold tomatoes noticed a young girl sitting on the bare ground. The girl's name was Tina. Her clothes were dirty and torn, and her stomach was heavy with pregnancy. She sat quietly, begging for help from anyone who cared to look her way. The woman did not know Tina from anywhere. She had never seen her face before. Still, something about the girl's tired eyes and weak posture touched her heart deeply. Without hesitation, the woman walked over to Tina and gently helped her to stand up.
My daughter, you cannot stay here.
Moved by pity, the woman decided immediately to help her. She took Tina home and kept her in her house. From that day on, she cared for Tina like her own child. She gave her food every day, shared her small meals with her, and bought her simple clothes to change into. She made sure Tina rested well and treated her with kindness and respect. The poor woman herself had suffered much in life. She had once been married, but she never had a child. Later, her husband passed away and left her alone in the world. Since then, she earned her living by selling tomatoes in the market, waking up early each morning to survive. Though she had little, she gave Tina everything she could. As the days passed, Tina slowly began to regain her strength, and the woman watched over her closely. Tina later opened up and told her story. She said she came to the city with some friends, hoping to hustle and make money so her life could change. At first, everything looked promising. The city was big and full of lights, and Tina believed her dreams were finally coming true. But things did not go the way she expected. She met a boy who spoke sweetly and promised to help her. He told her he loved her and said he would take care of her. Tina trusted him. Before she knew it, she became pregnant. When she told the boy the news, his attitude changed immediately. He denied responsibility, shouted at her, and chased her out of his house. With nowhere else to go, Tina ran to her friends, but they all turned their backs on her. Some were afraid of trouble, others did not want to be associated with a pregnant girl. One by one, everyone in the city abandoned her. Hunger and shame followed her everywhere. With no money and no shelter, Tina had no choice but to beg in the market just to stay alive. Day after day, she sat on the hard ground, enduring insults, pity, and cold stares from passers-by, until the day the tomato-selling woman noticed her and decided to help her. When the time finally came, Tina went into labor late one night. The pains were strong, and fear filled her eyes. But the woman stayed by her side, holding her hand and encouraging her. Neighbors helped rush them to a small maternity clinic nearby. After long hours of struggle, Tina gave birth to a bouncing baby girl. The cry of the newborn filled the room, and everyone present smiled with relief. The woman was overwhelmed with excitement. Her hands trembled as she touched the baby's tiny fingers. It felt like a miracle to her. The very thing she had prayed for all her life was now lying before her, even if not from her own womb. Without thinking twice, she brought out all the savings she had carefully kept from selling tomatoes. She paid the maternity bill in full and went straight to the market to buy baby items: clothes, diapers, soap, wrappers, and a small blanket. She returned proudly, arranging everything neatly as if she were preparing for her own child. Nurses watched her with admiration, whispering about her kindness. When they returned home, the woman woke up early every night to help Tina with the baby. She cooked warm meals, washed the baby's clothes, and carried the child on her back while still going to the market to sell tomatoes. Despite her tired body, her face was always bright with joy. As the weeks went by, Tina slowly became quiet and withdrawn. She would stare into space for long hours, barely speaking. One morning, while the woman was preparing to go to the market, she noticed Tina packing her few belongings. Shocked, the woman asked, "Where are you going, my daughter?" With a trembling voice, Tina replied that she could no longer stay. Life felt too heavy for her, and she believed she had nothing left to offer the child. She said the baby reminded her of pain, shame, and everything she wanted to forget. Before the woman could fully understand what was happening, Tina was already preparing to leave. The woman's heart sank. She held the baby tightly and begged Tina with tears in her eyes. She pleaded with her to go with her child, reminding her of the long nights, the suffering, and the innocent life that depended on her. But Tina refused. She shook her head, unable to look back. No matter how much the woman cried and begged, Tina walked away, leaving the baby behind. The woman stood there, frozen, holding the crying child in her arms. Pity flooded her heart. She looked down at the baby's small face and felt a deep sense of responsibility. She remembered her own childless years and the prayers she had whispered in the dark. From that moment, she decided to take care of the baby as if she were her own. She named her, fed her, bathed her, and carried her everywhere she went. Even when food was scarce and her body was weak, she never complained. The baby became her joy, her companion, and her reason to wake up every morning. As the years passed, the baby girl grew into a beautiful and healthy child. The woman raised her with love and patience, teaching her good manners and helping her understand the value of hard work. The child followed her everywhere, to the market and to church. Everyone in the village knew the girl as the tomato seller's child. She called the woman Mama and believed with all her heart that she was her true mother. The bond between them was strong, built on years of care, sacrifice, and love. One day, news spread through the village that a strange woman had returned. It was Tina. Time had changed her appearance, and she was now well dressed. The villagers soon learned that she had married, but after many years, she still had no child. It was then that she remembered the baby she had abandoned. Tina came to the woman's house and demanded to take the child back. When the girl saw her, she felt confused and afraid. She refused to go near Tina and ran straight to the tomato seller, holding her wrapper tightly. To her, this woman was the only mother she had ever known. Tina insisted she was the real mother, but the woman refused to release the child. She reminded Tina of the day she walked away and left the baby behind. Their voices grew loud, and neighbors gathered around as the argument continued. Soon the villagers called a meeting. Elders and neighbors listened carefully as both women spoke. After much discussion, the villagers told Tina that she could not simply return after many years to claim a child she had abandoned. They said the woman who raised the child, fed her and loved her all these years, was the true mother in every way that mattered. Hearing the words of the villagers, Tina broke down in tears. She realized too late the pain her past choices had caused. With a heavy heart, she looked at the child one last time, but the girl only held the tomato seller tighter, whispering, "Mama." Shame and regret filled Tina's heart. She understood that love is not proven by blood alone, but by sacrifice, presence, and care. Slowly, she turned away and left the village heartbroken, carrying the weight of her decisions with her. The tomato seller hugged the child close, tears streaming down her face. Not from anger, but from gratitude. She thanked God for giving her the gift she never had and promised to continue raising the child with love and kindness. From that day on, the villagers respected the woman even more. They often spoke of her selfless heart and the power of compassion. The child grew up knowing she was deeply loved, surrounded by a community that watched over her like family. Moral lesson: Kindness and responsibility give true meaning to motherhood. A child belongs to the one who stands by them in love, sacrifice, and care, not to the one who walks away when life becomes difficult.